Hi. Um, this is a very disorganized wrap-up video. I've come back. We've come back to the hotel. We've had a busy day. We've been in Rabat and Medina today. Um, I've lost count. I mean, the number of steps off the scale. I mean, we've just walked and walked and walked. So this is a very disorganized end of month wrap-up because I haven't got my normal notes. I've just tried to remember what I did, which is difficult when I get to my age. Anyway, the books that I read this month, the end of this, the second half of February, I'm going to put a scroll at the end of this of all the covers because I'm not tech savvy. All I've got is my phone and I don't know how to put the little pictures that I normally do when I'm editing on my computer. So I started off listening to A Serial Killer's Guide to Marriage by Asia McKay, and I had such fun with this. It's full of dark humour and murder. You've got Hayes and Fox, Hazel, and their hobby is killing. They kill the bad guys, the guys so that, why waste time on law courts and sticking them in jail when we can just bump them off. They get married and then they have baby. And Fox decides, look, we've got a child. We cannot do this anymore. We have got to be suburban parents. And so they change lifestyle. And poor old Hayes, she doesn't make friends easily. And she struggles, and her wit and humour when she's describing the other mums is brilliant. And she's struggling. She's bored. She wants to kill someone. And then she does it by accident. She actually accidentally kills someone. And then she's got to keep a secret from Fox because she can't let Fox know that she's broken a promise. And you get Fox's point of view in this as well. And you find out that he's got secrets as well. And not only is Hayes keeping secrets from Fox about accidentally killing somebody, when she does make a mistake, when she does make a friend, it's the worst possible friend you could have made. And so she's having to keep secrets from her as well. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the dark humour in that one. And then I read the third in the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, or so I should say, I listened to it. And it's Before Your Memory Fades. And this time we're not at the funicular in Tokyo. We're in the Donna Donna in Hakodate. You've got Nagare and Kazu running it while Mum Yukiri is in America. And like the other book, you've got four stories. 4 people who come into the cafe to sit in that one specific chair to get taken either back in time or forward in time for the length of time it takes for the coffee to get cold. You've got 4 stories, and there's a sort of thread that runs through. You've got a daughter travelling to meet the parents who died and left her. A man wanting to tell his dead wife about his success. A sister absolutely torn with grief at losing her sister and going to meet her. And then you've got Reiki, who's in the book right through. He's someone who helps out at the cafe sometimes. And his story broke my heart, absolutely. It's all to do with grief and loss, and it's just one of those books that makes your heart ache. Then I read an arc that came out this month, and it's Making a Killing by Cara Hunter. Now, I read her Murder in the Family a while back, which was a standalone, and this is actually the 7th in the DCI Foley series, which I didn't realise when I picked it up. But it's revisiting a crime from book 1. You don't need to have read book 1. I hadn't read book 1, and I didn't have any problems at all because everything is explained and you can see exactly what's going on. I'd read Murder in the Family, and Nick Vincent appears in this one as well. And like Murder in the Family, you've got text messages, you've got emails, you've got points of view. It's all a multimedia sort of type thing. Um, um, and you've got newspaper clippings, which didn't work on Kindle. The formatting was totally wrong for newspaper clippings for the Ark on Kindle. But that's just a minor point. The link to book one is that at a murder scene, DNA is discovered. Not the DNA of the victim, but DNA that's in the murder scene. And it's the DNA of Daisy Mason, who, in book one, whose mother in book one was jailed for murdering her. So if Daisy's DNA is at this murder scene, is she still alive? And so you've got DCI Frawley revisiting the case again. You've got a shadow journal in here, which is a brilliant way of getting a character's thoughts. And yeah, I enjoyed that one. Yeah, I'm not telling you how it ended, because that would spoil it. The Yoto Carnegie long list was announced, and I'm cherry picking a few of those before the shortlist's announced. And I listened to Island of Whispers by Frances Hardinge. And this one, it's a very short book. It only took just over an hour on Audible. And it's to do with a ferryman who takes the dead across from the island of Malang to the Broken Tower. And when someone dies, their loved ones take the ferryman their shoes. And then the ferryman takes the dead and their shoes to the Broken Tower. And once at the island of the Broken Tower, he gives them their shoes and they go scampering off, leaving all their anxieties, all their pain, everything behind them. Milo is the son of the ferryman. And his dad doesn't think he's got what it takes to be a ferryman. But then something happens and Milo has to take the ferry across. And he's pursued by the Duke of Malang, whose daughter is one of the dead on the boat. And it's a lovely story. It's sad. The story of the Lord's daughter is sad. And it is so lovely to see the dead find a release. And Milo, he is going to make a brilliant ferryman. He really is. Then I read another arc that came out in February. It was Anne Tyler's new one, 3 Days in June. And this is a lovely short story. And it takes place over 3 days in June. Gail's in her 60s. She's lost her job. Well, she should not say she's lost her job. She's been overlooked because she's told that she doesn't possess people skills. She's an assistant head of a private school, and she thought that she would get the headship, but she's been overlooked. So she just walks out. It's the day before her daughter Debbie is getting married. I mean, the day before the wedding, Debbie and everybody else is at a spa, but Mum Gail wasn't invited. And then her ex turns up. Gail's ex, Max, turns up with a cat. He should have been staying with Debbie, but because Debbie's groom-to-be, Kenneth, has got an allergy to cats, he's sort of turned up on Gail's door. So that's the first, she's lost her job, her ex turns up. Then she learns that Debbie's groom-to-be's got a secret, so should this wedding really be going ahead. And then she finds that Kenneth's best man is one of her exes. So it's all these little things together. So you see the day before the wedding, you see the wedding, you see the day after the wedding. Gail is blunt. She lacks the ability to understand people, but she has got a sense of humour and she's got a vulnerability that you just take to. I was surprised when it was revealed why the divorce, why she and Max divorced. I was quite surprised with that. but you find that she quite likes having Max around again. The book it gives her chance to remember and to come to terms with her past. And it's all to do with family moments and people. Then I listened to another one on the Carnegie long list, and it was I Am Wolf by Alistair Chisholm. And this is a sort of sci-fi dystopia novel for nines and overs, where humans live on constructs. These are huge animal machines that look like animals. And it's like a hive mind, because the willpower, the people within it, their willpower gets the machines to move. Their thoughts get the machines to move. And the machine's also powered by anthril, which is like a liquid metal that can form according to mind, what is going through the mind, this hive mind. I'm not making sense, but never mind. You have Togs, who are the engineers. Our main character is Col. He's on the wolf construct. I Am Wolf. He's got on the wolf construct. His mum is Alpha. She's the leader. And she's had to fight because Col's got a prosthetic arm and leg, and she's had to fight so that he could have the anthril to have prosthetic limbs. But she's almost very cold towards him. She can't show favoritism because she is Alpha. These machines, though, you've got Raven, you've got all sorts of different machines. They've all got different territories, and when they come together, they fight. They almost fight for the death, and the survivor will scavenge the anthril and everything from the broken machine. Something happens, and Col gets left behind, and he gets left behind with Riker, who's a Tog from Wolf, Bran, who was on a construct called Raven, and Philin, who's on a construct called Boar. So these four, they use their hive mentality to create their own construct. And it's all to do with found family and loyalty and overcoming differences, and it's really good. And then the final one, I think, did I finish a final one? I thought I did. See, this is why I'm not organised today. Oh yeah, The Boyhood of Cain. I should have remembered this. It's one I filmed this one a couple of days ago while I was out and about. It's The Boyhood of Cain by Michael Amherst. It came out February as well. It's a debut novel, and I didn't feel that I was the intended audience for this one. I found it difficult to engage with Daniel. It's a sort of coming of age. Daniel thinks he is so much better than everybody else because his father is the headmaster of this private school. So he thinks he's above everyone. And when the family's fortunes change and his father's no longer headmaster, he starts to despise his parents. He's still got this air of superiority, but he starts to treat his father with disdain, his mother. And you've got his relationships. He doesn't make relationships with other boys very well. He thinks that he is always the best. There's a lot of introspection in this one, and it is a sort of coming and going. But I didn't like Daniel. I didn't. You see his innocence, you see his anxieties, and he's wanting to fit in. But he's not likeable. Not likeable. So it is sort of coming of age, but I don't know. It wasn't for me, that one. I'm sorry this is all a bit disjointed. Book of the month, book of February. It is still going to be Amelia Hart's The Sirens, because I've not read anything this second half that beat that one. and that was terrific. And I haven't got a picture of that one, so I am sorry. But Amelia Hearts the Sirens is my book of the month. So I'm going to carry on having a few more days in Malta. If I finish any more books while I'm here, I'll stick videos on. But happy reading. Take care.